Hello again adventurers, welcome to our second adventure vlog from Costa Rica, and today we're gonna be hiking at Bosque de Prusia Nature Reserve in Irazu National Park. So let's get started. So after you pay an entrance ticket of around $5 per person, you walk on this paved road for around 1 kilometer. Then you get to these tables where you can either choose to go straight or on the right to see some different things. So we chose first to go on the right and make a loop around. So here we got to another crossroad where you can make a shorter loop, but we're gonna keep going on the right. But unfortunately the park closes already at 3:30 because the workers want to go home, so hopefully we can make it till then. And here you can see that this path is covered with ash, which means that the volcano erupted here as well. I notice in these areas also the trees are not as big, and we are entering the pine tree forest that was replanted by humans. Alright, and after we passed through the pine tree forest, we got out at this viewpoint. It's quite disappointing, to be honest. You can only see the vast fields and deforestation because of the cattle grazing. And here we are passing through this area where you have these really tall trees. I think these are eucalyptus trees, judging by the smell. And here we got out of the forest onto this little field. You have a sign that says volcanic influence area. So the Irazu volcano is somewhere behind these hills over here. It's a perfect place to have lunch and also to fly a drone to see the area from a bird-eye perspective.
That boy is Benny Hanna.
So this area today, it's much more amazing than the Irazu volcano. You have so much forest here and also the hiking options. The only thing we dislike is that you have to get out by 3:30, and this area is also not so big. It's all surrounded by cow grazing fields. So even though this rainforest is pretty amazing, it's still sad that they have to protect this area with the barbed wire fences and that you have to pay entrance to see it. On the other side of the Irazu volcano, there are much more forests than on this side, but it's not really accessible. But that's why there is so much rainfall here and the clouds all the time. Even during the dry season, which is right now, you can see it's getting moist all the time, which is supporting these trees to grow even more. And big trees like that just help to retain so much moisture in the soil, which evaporates again and turns into clouds. It's a great natural cycle, but unfortunately humans break it by deforesting this big primeval forest that helps to retain so much water. And instead they just deforest it for cattle grazing so people can eat their meat. And here we connected again to some bigger paved road, which was I think once again used for the cars as well. So even if it doesn't rain, there are some clouds and fog almost every day, which provides some moisture for these big trees to grow. These trees are highest I ever seen. It's like 100 meters up or more. So even though it was almost 2 o'clock, we still decided to go more up the hill to make a bigger loop according to our Maps.me application. Rainforest here. It's raining with all these amazing trees in the background. Oh, this is how I imagine Costa Rica to be. Unfortunately, so far it's just a little park, not like a big area as we see on the map, but Alright, and over here we got out from this amazing forest with the high tree into this open area, and from here we see on the map just starts more fields with the barbed wire fences. We're gonna keep going through more forest through this spot on the left. And over here was supposed to be some viewpoint, but we don't see anything because of the fog. See guys, there's a lot of topsoil still left here. All of this is like a pile of something, ash or something, going really deep. So hopefully that's not gonna happen the same here as with the Albania. You know, there's so much deforestation already, and they have even heavier rains than Albania when it's rain season. So all those fields on the hills, it's all gonna get washed off in like hundreds of years to the rocks. So that's why it's important to keep trees like this here. So here we got almost to the top of the hill, and on Maps.me it shows that there is a top somewhere on the right. Couldn't see any path leading to it. From here we're just gonna connect back to make it on time. So we're gonna make it back down to another path called El Ahoracado, which should take 40 minutes, but it says it's a high difficulty, so it's probably gonna be steeper than the path we went before. Getting to the steeper parts, which are not too difficult, but during the rain season it must be very slippery. So I think most people don't really realize how important these trees are, and especially the big trees on a steep terrain. Without them, as I said, the topsoil will just get eroded and washed off until the rocks. And these trees also hold so much water in the soil, which creates more precipitation. So without them, the environment just gets drier and drier. Right, and here we connected down to this bigger dirt trail, which we continued for another 1.5 kilometers till the parking. I hope you enjoy watching this amazing hiking vlog from Bosque de Prusia Nature Reserve. Especially enjoy seeing these big old high trees. Didn't like the fact you had to be out of there by 3:30, which made us a bit stressed out if we're gonna make the loop that we planned. And we made it in about 4 hours, so we had plenty of time. I hope you stay tuned for future videos from Costa Rica. And as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.